All right, FishAholics, welcome back to another episode. We're back in the surf gear today. You didn't think just because I got a boat that I wouldn't be surf fishing just as much, but you know, I noticed some of you guys were busting my chops in the comments, but at heart, I'm definitely still a surf fisherman, and it'll just help to have the new sled for getting on bites that aren't going on here in Montauk for definitely the future seasons. Right now it's the fall run, so the surf fishing can be pretty good, has been pretty good, but sometimes in the summer, like, the best surf bite you can get on are sea robins or something, so it's gonna help definitely having the sled to get to places that are a little bit further away. But I can already hear the turns. Sounds like diving on some bait, and hopefully we can get on some blitz action today. And if you're not familiar with blitzes, that'd be like stripers, bluefish, albies, just boiling bait to the surface and pinning it up there, and should pose a great opportunity for us to nail some fish. So let's head onto the beach, switch to the head cam, and see what we can catch. Crazy blitz in action right now, right in front of us, and there's like nobody around because we made the extra effort to push down a lot further, and they're probably just a little bit out of range for like smaller profile baits, so we're gonna throw a pencil on. All right, well, I believe this is a 2.5 ounce JBR pencil, and we're gonna launch it as far out as we can get it out there. And we're still short of the feeding fish, but hopefully there'll be some bait still lingering in the shallows and some fish picking it off. I don't know if you guys can see the massive blitz out there. It's kind of being hidden by the sun glare, but maybe it'll come back in. The tide is rising right now too, so I'd be really surprised if these fish don't try and like pin this bait up against these rocks. Nothing here. All right, well, we're gonna start working our way back to where we first jumped on the beach. And it's unfortunate we got like 5-6 casts in, and that massive school of blitzing fish already moved off and they started heading back in the direction of where we started. So now I could see them out there in this cove. And I did stop at like a couple spots just to fish the rocks, but you know, when you have a ton of bait and a ton of fish moving along the surf, a lot of times they pull any fish that are holding on that structure away, and they're out there joining in on the feast. But I'm just hoping with the end of the incoming coming up soon, these stripers will push whatever amount of bait they can into the wash and try and disorient it and just have a field day. And that'll be our chance to you know, really nail them for 20-30 minutes or however long they stay in the shallows. And lo and behold, these fish piled back into this first cove here, and they should be in range if I can just get out on one of these big boulders. Those waves didn't make it easy for me, that's for sure. Oh, that one hit my nuts. Oh. All right, we got to get off that rock. These waves are hitting us hard. Feel kind of good though. Haven't been in the surf in a while because of my finger that I crushed. All right, moved down quite a bit. Found a school of blitzing fish right here in the wash. Oh, just got swiped on with the pencil. You see them all in the wave? That was so cool. Oh man. I had 2 swipes on that cast, didn't hook up. This guy right here just got one. They're feeding on really tiny rain baits. So throwing a smaller profile probably would be better, but I just want to use the pencil, see if we can get some cool topwater action. There he is, fish on, crushed it in the wave. Also, I'm thinking with the pencil, we'll have a chance of catching any bigger fish if they're cruising around. Doubled up, woohoo! All right, we got one today. All right, nice little start right there. Let's launch this really far, see if we can get nailed. I would assume that there's got to be at least like some better quality fish here based on like what we've been catching out in the boat day in and day out. There's quite a few like medium size, like say 15 to 25 pound fish laying around, but just all depends if they're going to be in here picking up the scraps of this little bait. Probably not. I mean, if it was like a peanut bunker bite, I think that would increase our chances a lot for like some bigger fish, or just a bunker bite. All right, it's dead here already. Fish were here for like 5 minutes, caught one, they pushed out, and then that was it. All right, guys, well, we made a bold move to the north side, and what do you know? We've got like an acre of blitzing fish, and they're really close in, so we gotta stop talking, put the camera back on our head, and get out there, see if we can get on a bite. There's one. Fish on. Oh, came off. Surf casting rule number 1, never come to Montauk without corkers. This guy does not have corkers on, and he's just asking to twist an ankle or get hurt. There's one. There he is. Slam the pencil. Feels like a pretty decent fish. If we're lucky, maybe like low 30-inch class. And you know, it's crazy. We got probably about 4 casts in. They were turning the water white here, and now they're gone. I mean, you can kind of see a dark cloud of fish like a little bit further out there. But yeah, they're not really hanging in one spot for long. All right, not a bad one. Probably about 27 inches or so, maybe 28 if you pinch the tail. I'll take another cast or two here and see if there's any stragglers picking up the scraps. That one we just caught was not in, you know, the big massive blitz. He was, you know, off to the side, and sometimes that's what it takes to get a bite. Those fish that are in that big school, they're probably feeding on the small little rain bait, and they're really keyed in on that. The fish out to the sides might be more keen on eating something else. I'm gonna take the pencil off and put on just a popper. Something I could fish a little bit slower out there. Just got nailed on the popper. They're flying out of the water trying to hit this. You just gotta love that. My gosh, that bass literally flew out of the water to hit this popper. That was insane. He went like 4 feet in the air. It's a real tiny fish too. I mean, that explains why he flew so high. They are feeding with a vengeance. Whoop, there he goes. There he is. Oh, little guy. I think we might have to switch back to the pencil if we just hope to get some of the larger bites, which, like, the larger fish, it seems like are just like upper 20-inch, low 30-inch range. You just see all the ripples right there in the dark cloud. That's all fish. See ya. That one's a pretty skinny one. He's got to get back on the feed. All right, pencil is going back on. Whoa, that was a good hit. Nicer fish on the pencil. That is what I'm talking about. Way outside. You see like this, the major mass of fish is right out there. That fish was right in the shallows along the rocks. So sweet. Looking a little bit better quality, so definitely having the larger profile is paying off a little bit. Here we go. All right, let's try and do that again. Maybe the next one will be like 15, 18 pounds, and we'll do it again, and we'll get a 20 pounder, and then just call it a day. Actually, probably not call it a day, but just break so I can eat some breakfast or lunch or brunch, and then come back out here for an evening dusk bite. Oh my gosh, that one's crushed it. This one's actually smaller. What's going on, bud? You're hitting like you're a 15 pounder. I'm also using, one of my lighter setups, the 9-foot medium fast or moderate action St. Croix Triumph, and only the 6000 Saltex. If I was using the Mojo and the 250 stall, then you could assume that I'm anticipating getting on some larger fish. Oh, getting blown up on. Come on back. I'm gonna slow it down just a little bit and speed it up. Slow it down. Oh, just right on the paws. That is so cool. Never forget to always try and just vary the retrieve on any kind of lure, but especially a pencil. See ya. The best part about this is I think most guys called it quits because the fish went out for a little while. I'm getting on this bite in the surf like pretty much all to myself. Oh, that one slammed it. They are loving the pencil, and I'm seeing, earlier I was seeing a lot of guys throwing some tiny stuff and they were doing pretty well, but I was kind of just sticking with the larger profile because I was thinking, like, if there's a larger fish, that's what he's gonna eat. And no way, I'm reeling in my fish right now. I saw a pack of them following them in. That is so cool. All right, another mid 20-inch fish. All right, FishAholic, so I think we're gonna start packing it in. It's a little after 11. I am absolutely starving. I haven't eaten anything today. I feel like my stomach's gonna start eating itself. And we did a lot of miles running up and down the south side, and then fortunately enough, we came over to the north side, and we got lucky that the fish hung out there for a little bit. And we probably only got like 6 casts into like the massive blitz. And I think we hooked up once and we lost that fish. But the action that we got on that was pretty sweet is when the massive fish kind of pushed off, we just were throwing that pencil and we were getting nicer quality fish, and got on a nice little bite, which was pretty much all I wanted to do this morning. And now I'm content with what we caught. And the fish are actually still pushing down the beach and they're feeding, but I think we need to charge a camera batteries, my batteries, and then maybe we'll come back out this evening. And if it's windy, we'll hit the surf. If it's nice, we could hit the, go take the kayak out or take the boat out. So we'll make that decision this afternoon. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video and what you saw, and if some of this action got your blood flowing a little bit, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to keep up to date. My finger is getting a little bit better. If you didn't know, I crushed it pretty bad between a you know, a 25-ton boat in between the docks, so it kind of like split all the way open. I saw the bone and everything like that, but yeah, we're good to go. I can still move it, I can still use it. I got really lucky, the doctor said, but yeah, we are gonna head on out of here and hope that something interesting will happen this evening, and for the next like couple weeks or the rest of the fall run. You know, who knows, you know, with all this action, if it keeps happening day in and day out, some larger fish are going to start coming in from the rips or from up north, and that's when stuff will get really interesting. So look forward to that, and like always, guys, live to fish, fish to live.